Shalom, family. Your Hebrew brother, Shechaniah, Abad, Haya. I'm here again. Finna talk about Nimrod once again. Talk about how he died. He was actually murdered. So, this is out of the book of Jasher again. Chapter 27, 1 through 9. Okay. And Esau at that time, after the death of Abraham, frequently went in the field to hunt. And Nimrod, king of Babel, the same was Amraphel, also frequently went with his mighty men to hunt in the field, and to walk about with his men in the cool of the day. And Nimrod was observing Esau. All the days of jealousy was formed in the heart of Nimrod against Esau all the days. And on a certain day Esau went in the field to hunt, and he found Nimrod walking in the wilderness with his 2 men. And all his mighty men and his people were with him in the wilderness, but they removed the distance from him. And they went from him in different directions to hunt. And Esau concealed himself for Nimrod, and he lurked for him in the wilderness. All right. And Nimrod and his men that were with him did not know him. And Nimrod and his men frequently walked about in the field in the cool of the day, and to know where his men were hunting in the field. Verse 7. And Nimrod and 2 of his men that were with him came to the place where they were. When Esau started suddenly, And Nimrod and 2 of his men that were with him came to the place where they were. When Esau started suddenly from his lurking place, and drew his sword, and hastened and ran to Nimrod, and cut off his head. Whew. And Esau fought a desperate fight with the 2 men that were with Nimrod. And when they called out to him, Esau turned to them, and smote them to death with his sword. And all the mighty men of Nimrod who had left him to go to the wilderness heard the cry at a distance, and they knew the voice of those 2 men, and they ran to know the cause of it when they found their king and the 2 men that were with him lying dead in the wilderness. So that right there lets you know that Nimrod was murdered, even though he was a mighty hunter, mighty king, killed a lot of people. He was murdered. Now let's go to verse 15 of 27. And when Nimrod the son of Cush died, his men lifted him up and brought him in consternation and buried him in the city. And all the days that Nimrod lived were 215 years, and he died. Wow. And the days of Nimrod reigned upon the people of the land were 185 years, and Nimrod died by the sword of Esau, and the shame and contempt and the seed of Abraham caused his death, as he had seen in his dream. Well, there you have it. So Nimrod, he was killed, and that was another prophecy that came true. I'll tell you about that a little later. Peace. Shalom, family.